Hey, what's up, and welcome into Pop Culture Periodical with Gabby and Jay. She's Gabby, and I'm Jay. She is stand-up comedian extraordinaire, Gabby Gretel, and I'm a dipshit with a microphone. If you're watching us on YouTube, please take a moment and click that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff. So, Gabby, what is going on in your life? Gabby.
Huh? Oh, God, dude, I'm watching Con Air right now.
Shut the fuck up. No, you're not watching Con Air.
I'm watching Con Air. Check it out. Check it out. Fight scene. There's Nicolas Cage. Dude, one of the greatest Nick Cage movies. Well, that's like one of. He's pretty dope. You gotta love Nicolas Cage. I don't care how old he gets.
Nicolas Cage and I were born on the same day.
No.
Yep. We share a birthday. Me, Nicky Cage, and Katie Couric.
I wish we were friends with Nicolas Cage.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. Isn't he Francis Ford Coppola's like nephew or something like that?
Redheaded step nephew or something.
Right. But he changed the name from Coppola to Cage, right? Isn't that the urban legend? And you're frozen.
Johnny Depp.
I heard Johnny Depp. You froze, and when you came back, all we heard was Johnny Depp. There's a lot behind Johnny Depp right now.
I'm trying to like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon him for a lifetime.
Who else is in Con Air?
John Cusack.
Oh, okay.
Steve Buscemi, whom I just adore.
No shit, I didn't know Buscemi was in it.
Yeah, he's in it. He plays some crazy. He does a great line about irony in it. It really just kind of explains irony. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Because imagine this. A bunch of the scene, I don't know if I missed it already, but I think it's coming up where he just defines irony. I'll repeat it when it comes on.
Okay.
Martha will repeat it.
I'll be waiting for Martha's review.
She loves Buscemi.
I bet she does.
And Chappelle's in it. Dave Chappelle's in it.
No shit. Is he really?
His dead body gets like launched out of an airplane.
What?
Yeah, because it's holding like the door kind of propped open, so they're like push him out.
Dave Chappelle is in Con Air.
Dave Chappelle is in Con Air.
What? Wow.
And
just blew my mind.
John Malkovich is in it. Ving Rhames.
Oh no shit! Really?
Is in it. Did you know Kevin Bacon was in the very first Friday the 13th? The very first one.
No, I didn't. Was he like an extra or one of the campers?
No, before he was Bacon. Before he was Kevin Bacon, he was just Bacon.
He was Kevin Baloney.
Yeah, he was in the very first Friday the 13th. And
what did he play?
He had like maybe one of his first acting roles, because he had like a proper role.
No shit.
I think he's the one that gets killed. Like he's doing it with one of the camp counselors, like on like a camp cot in one of the camp houses.
Yeah.
And Jason is underneath the cot.
And Kevin Bacon's getting it on.
Like the springy ones, like the springy mattresses that are more spring, like padding, anything, like right. The wire coil.
The old school, right? Like the cot. Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, they're doing it, and then Jason's underneath the cot bed, and he like drives a.
I remember that scene. I didn't know that was Kevin Bacon.
The bed, killing both of them.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
It was
that's Kevin Bacon.
I think Jason is even more than Michael Myers.
Freddy and Jason were always the like 1 and 2 and then it was kind of everybody else when I was a kid. I mean,
But
Michael
I
Myers was scary as hell, but those guys were like the top of the food chain.
I have nightmares. Even to this day, maybe like once a year, I'll have a Jason nightmare. And it'll just be because sometimes he's in the hockey mask, sometimes he's in the and I just never understand why I'm running so fast and he's walking and he always almost catches me. Why?
It's that hockey mask. It's iconic, man.
You ever ran in your dreams?
Yes.
And it's hard.
Yes. And I've had the trying to run and you can't run fast dream. I've had the falling dream, and like when you're about to hit, you jump and you wake up.
I have a theory. I have a theory about that. You want to hear it?
Yeah. Because I just had one just like 3 days ago where I was just starting to fall asleep, and as I was,
they call it falling asleep.
Oh, no shit.
I mean, that's just a theory. Like I have never read.
I thought you were about to break down some knowledge on me here.
No, that's my theory.
This is a Gabby theory.
It's always right before I'm about to fall asleep, and then you
just
and because it feels like you're falling asleep.
Sleep.
You know, I don't know.
There's got to be something there, right?
And our 27. How many subscribers do we have now?
I think we're at like 31 now.
Whoa!
I think we've crossed 30.
Well,
only
that's exciting.
70 more to go till we hit our goal of 100. And hit our first goal.
I think
so. If you're watching right now, folks, go ahead and click that subscribe button for us.
Get us to 40, please.
Get us to 40. We're trying like crazy. Our first goal is really legitimately our first goal was 100.
It's 100. I get it, but like baby steps.
Baby steps.
So,
yes.
You know what movie that's from?
Something about Bob, or What About Bob?
What About Bob?
What About Bob? Yeah.
Great film.
Great film.
One of my favorites. One of my favorite. Oh.
It is super good.
Yeah, it's iconic. Okay. I can't believe you've never seen it.
Nope, I've never seen it.
I mean, Nicolas Cage. What's it? What is it that you and Nick Cage have in common?
We were born on the same day. Me and Nicky Cage.
That's like. Now, do you guys call each other on your birthdays?
We used to, but not anymore. He got a little too big for me.
Now, huh?
He's like, whatever.
He's too big for his britches.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
I knew him back when he was a Coppola.
Yes. Well, I know he's too big for his britches because I'm friends with his dry cleaner.
Okay. So you know all about his britches.
Well, all I know is he brought some pants in and he needed them to be taken out.
He was a little big for him.
I can't it so much that he needs to have them taken out.
You're so fucking stupid.
And like, if he's a Coppola, those guys are gangsters. They make documentaries about Godfathers and stuff like that.
I know about his britches because I know his dry cleaner.
I know, we're friends. We talk all the time.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
He get lipstick marks on something. And I know it's not his wife's shade because my friend, the dry cleaner, is friends with his wife too.
Also, right? Okay, of course.
He wears one shade of lipstick.
The family dry cleaner.
She doesn't even wear lipstick. Nick Cage's wife, so we know that's not her lipstick on his collars.
Can't be. Couldn't quite pop. Maybe it's Nick's lipstick. Maybe he's into that.
He does seem like the type.
He kind of does. He kind of has that vibe to him.
Getting older. His eyebrows are getting a little darker. That was his hairline.
I can relate to the hairline thing.
Grow old gracefully, but the men are putting on, mascara on their eyebrows. I don't get it.
Are you serious? Wait a minute.
Well,
Is that like a thing?
Google a picture of Nicolas Cage.
Okay. Okay. It is bushy ass eyebrows.
His very mascaraed eyebrows.
Okay. This is a Nick Cage specific thing. I thought maybe this was a trend that you were about to break down on me.
It's like he's got mascara on his eyebrows and black shoe polish on his hair. And his mustache.
Yeah, I can relate to a lot of that.
He keeps getting less and less gray. I guess that happens if you're a man.
It happens. It does happen. I've recently got a lot less gray myself in my beard here.
Are you washing that gray right out of your hair?
I've been washing it right on out. Yeah, I have been.
Are you just fermenting yourself?
Literally, yes. Yeah.
Hey, I'm a believer in cosmetic surgery. I think hair coloring counts.
Well, it's either that or cut it, and I'm not gonna.
I mean, certain parts of my body I would like to have bleached. Well, just one specific.
Just one spot in particular.
It's like a spot.
One central position spot.
Very central.
Just one very central position that I want to have bleached.
It's just like, it's literally the color of what it's been doing its whole life. It really needs to lighten up.
Oh Lord. Needs to lighten up.
It's in a very dark place.
Oh shit. I feel like it's my part of my job as co-host to try to keep you on the rails, and I don't know where to go after I bleach my butthole. I really don't know. How do I get that back on track? Where do I?
Let me just say this, and we can move on. Okay. I want the opposite of what Nick Cage is doing to his face. I want the opposite.
Take whatever it is Nick Cage is doing with his brow, and I want the reverse of that.
Complete reverse. Like yin and yin, that guy yin and that guy yang.
I don't know if I want the yin or the yang, but I want one or the other.
That is the opposite of what Nick Cage is.
Whichever one it is. Whichever one. If his eyebrows are yang, I want the yin.
If he went yang, I want yin.
I want yin. If he went yin, I want yang.
But whatever, it's the opposite. It's not.
Good Lord.
I'm not asking for the Nick Cage. I'm asking for
shit.
Where there was dark, now I would like light.
It's like dark, cloudy day. I want a nice, bright, sunny day.
I want it to be nice and pristine. I want it to be like a Colgate commercial.
Just give it a little sparkle. The sparkle.
My shirt. Check out my shirt. Have you seen it?
I did see it. Yeah, I did notice. It's super cool. You always come up with the great shirts.
It's Joe Pesci from Goodfellas. He's got like a bullet hole.
What am I, some kind of clown? What am I, a joke to you?
And it's like, funny how?
What do you mean, funny how?
How am I funny to you?
How am I funny to you?
And I wish I
like a clown.
I can't find my pocket. I can't find my pocket Pesci anywhere.
Oh no.
He's MIA.
Oh no.
Very disturbing.
You've lost your pocket Pesci.
My pocket Pesci. No one be found. If anybody wants to know what my pocket Pesci was, he's a little Pesci about this big. It's a young Pesci, not this Pesci.
Right.
So they just said that line in Con Air, like Buscemi did. He's like, this is the definition of irony. A bunch of maniacs celebrating their freedom on a plane, listening to a song by a band who died in an airplane crash or something like that. But what's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
Oh God. I don't know if I even have one. Let me think.
I mean, one. There's a Nick Cage movie for everybody.
Is there?
There is.
Okay.
Let me get my issue of Cosmo out. There's a quiz. When you wake up in the morning.
Isn't he wasn't he in Birdcage or no? What was the one that like is one of his first ones? It's not Birdcage. Birdcage is the one with Robin Williams when he played the gay dude, right?
Yeah, one of my favorites was The Vampire's Kiss or something like that. It's The Vampire's Kiss. And it's early Cage. It's early Nick Cage. And he is like this like stockbroker or something, but so he's rich.
Okay.
But and his secretary is Maria Conchita Alonso, she was in Colors with Sean Penn.
Oh, okay.
And she was kind of the love interest. Oh, my favorite line that she has in Colors is when he like raids this house that had like a drive-by, and she comes down he walks up because they've been dating,
Mm-hmm.
And he walks into this room and she's like doing it with some, I don't know, cholo or something. And she comes out, she's dressed like she's all fucked. Have you seen Colors?
God, I was in like the 6th grade. So yeah, I saw it, but
because they drove around in that yellow car. They called him Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, yeah, I remember.
And Maria Conchita Alonso comes out of the room and she's like, "This is me too, man. This is me too, Pac-Man." And she's like, so because she was like fucking this other dude, and he's like walking away from her. But she plays the secretary to Nicolas Cage in The Vampire's Kiss. And he's so mean to her in the movie. Like one of the famous, like my favorite scene in it is, and you should YouTube this one day, where he's like, "Where's the file?"
Don't watch the entire movie. Just look up this scene.
No, the whole movie is funny because basically he starts going nuts because he thought he got bit by a bat that was in his like apartment. And so he starts kind of melting down into this abyss, like, what's it called? The rabbit hole of insanity, thinking that he is turning into a vampire.
Okay. So is it a comedy or?
Huh?
Is it a comedy?
It's a dark comedy. But it's hysterical. Like at one scene, he hasn't been going to work. Like he bucks up his apartment and he flips the couch over and it becomes his coffin that he sleeps in during. He starts to go broke, but he wants to go buy some fangs. And at first he's looking at like the porcelain fancy fangs, but he realizes he doesn't have enough money. So he goes
too expensive.
And he puts them on and he like bites somebody at a nightclub and he goes running out and he's like, I'm a vampire. But the whole movie's great. Honestly, it really is. It's classic Nicolas Cage. I want to say at his best, but the great scene is where he's asking Maria Conchita Alonso. He's like, "Where's the file?" "It's not there," she says. And he's like, "No, it's not there." "Oh, maybe it was misfiled." And he goes insane. He's like, "How do you misfile how does one misfile? It's alphabetical order, right? I mean, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
And scene.
And it's funny because I'm like, how do you misfile? I would probably fuck up the juniors and the seniors though, like with the
Right.
S, like
Right. So which ones?
is it Mr. Junior, Senior? Is it Mr.
Right.
Mr. Kevin Bacon Jr. or Senior? Do they come right next to each other in the alphabet? I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to think of what movie it is that I liked of his that was like, I want to say it was like in the early 2000s that I really.
Was it Moonstruck, was it with Cher? And he has the
That's
Luke
one of
Skywalker.
his really old ones and God, what's the other one that he was really famous for back in the day? Raising Arizona. That was his other big one back in the day, right?
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
great
color
movie.
Con Air is like it's produced by Bruckheimer and directed by Michael Bay. It's very Bayish. It's very Bay.
Bay. It's hella Bay.
It's way Bay.
Way Bay. So lots of shaky cam action kind of going on. And
More? No, I wouldn't say, I mean, there is, but like how. See, and I always get Michael Bay and Michael. There's another B, the one that did Collateral. Like Michael Bay and Michael Mann.
Michael
Okay.
Mann. Yeah, this just in from our producer.
Yeah. Well, I just get those two mixed up. I know Mann has two N's in his last name, but
He does. He's
Can't
such a
tell.
man that he has two N's. That's how
Mhm.
man he is.
no ego, all ego.
So man.
But Michael Bay, like he's Bruckheimer's go-to guy.
Right.
I have the script. You want to direct? Why not? They have that kind of a friendship.
Mm.
And
Lots of
absolute
explosions.
lots of absolute vodka.
Oh, hey, nice.
I'm gonna get us sponsors somehow.
Between Lagunitas and Absolute Vodka, one or the other, we're gonna get a sponsor.
Go together like peas and carrots,
like lamb and tuna fish.
vodka and the beer.
Yes.
Michael Bay is very like patriotic and a lot of explosions, and there will always be. I feel like, except for maybe the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, because it wouldn't really apply. There's always an American flag, like triumphantly, waving in the wind.
Really weird if there was an American flag like triumphantly waving in Pirates of the Caribbean. That would be really awkward.
America and a rose
probably
float.
wouldn't fit.
But yeah, so Michael Bay is very like he's got the patriotic,
right,
explosive, flag waving. This land is your land. This land is this land is my land.
This is actually mine too. I'm going to go ahead and take that from you too. That's also mine.
Mine and
it's
mine.
Actually all mine. If I should choose.
From sea to shining sea.
All of
it. So that's Michael Bay. Hey, did you hear that Jason Momoa, like around Valentine's Day, I think you and I talked about it. We still didn't do our Valentine's Day podcast like we had talked about, but remember when I had texted you that if you had heard that Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet decided to separate.
That's right. Because we both have our open windows.
You still have a chance with Lisa.
I finally have my opportunity with Lisa Bonet. Yeah.
Well, Facebook, when those little quizzes that says which celebrity will you marry, Jason Momoa was my was the one that even Facebook said it. I didn't ask for
Oh
it.
wow. If Facebook has said it, then I mean,
Well, of course,
maybe you ought to
Facebook.
take that to old Momoa and just be like, look at this.
You can't do anything without baseball, Facebook. Baseball.
True. See, so it's not real until Facebook says it's real. So
yeah, so me and Momoa and you and Bonet, we could double.
Right.
We could go on a double date.
I'd be down with that. I'd be fine with that.
You guys pick the restaurant though.
Okay. I'll let her make that decision.
I bet no, she might take us to some vegan place.
That's true.
She looks like a vegan to me.
She does look like a vegan. I'd be okay with that though. I don't need a lot of red meat. I mean, I could make that work between her and I.
I don't know if I could date a vegan though.
It would be difficult, but like I say, I don't eat a lot of meat. A vegan might be a different story because they don't even wear, like a true vegan won't even wear shoes with leather, right? Like that's like
They won't wear. That's how I think Pam Anderson came up with Uggs.
Was that right? Like legit?
I'm pretty sure. Ask our producer.
Should.
I know she was responsible for putting them on the scene of the crime of those poor. Because what are they made out of? Wool or are they synthetic? I can't remember. Because if they're made out of wool, then she's still a hypocrite.
Right.
Or if they're made out of, sheep's clothing. That would
Wait a
make
minute.
her.
We've got some new news coming in here. Our producer is giving us some brand new news here that came out in 2007.
Oh.
After helping popularize Uggs, Pamela Anderson is now boycotting the boots after learning they're made of real sheepskin. So there you go.
Well,
there you go.
Or was she backpedaling? How do you not know if you're gonna endorse something? How would you not know?
How would you not know?
It just seems like a good. What?
I didn't.
I mean, I knew that it looks like sheep's. I knew it felt like sheep's clothing. I knew that it came from a farm where sheep's get naked.
But I didn't know.
I know that it came from a sheep's nudist colony. But I thought the sheeps were giving it up because they wanted to.
It was of their choice, so they're okay.
I thought it stopped being sheeps when it came off the sheep.
Now it's just wool.
I mean, you get why I would think that, right? I mean, it's not on the sheep anymore.
It's not the sheep anymore.
Leather, that's always.
I hear Martha coming out. Is it time for Martha to read us a book?
I gotta find that book. I'm doing a scratcher. I'm hoping I'll win.
Oh God. Gotcha.
Hold on.
That's what you're doing during our podcast. I see. Okay.
I'm trying to get us funding, okay? So I've got 2 books I want to read a little bit from.
Okay.
This one is Let's Talk About SEX.
Oh, okay.
Spells sex.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Appreciate that.
And it's a guide for kids 9 to 12 and their parents.
What?
And it's by Planned Parenthood.
Okay. When is this written? I'm listening. You got my attention.
Let's talk about SEX. Easier said than done. Until now.
Okay. When is this written?
Yes, the other day.
Yesterday. Just wrote it yesterday.
Days ago. It's the second edition. The
Oh.
first edition was wrote 3 days ago. It doesn't have a date. Well, the sticker on it says for like wherever it was purchased,
Mm-hmm.
2008. So sometime before that.
Okay.
It's not just a hat rack. Sometimes it just is, but not today. Common sense.
It tells you it's somewhere after pre-2008.
Correct.
Okay.
Looking at what I'm putting down there, buddy. So like some of the contents reads, for the whole family, it says right there, this is family friendly. Not like you'll check that. That was very specific.
It is very specific.
This is for the whole family. Making sense of love and sex. Making babies. Sounds terrible.
Sounds dreadful.
I have a setting on my oven for that. Oh, I'm talking about baking babies. Never mind. You are already changing. What is puberty? Everybody changes. What is normal? It's a good question.
What is normal?
Your feelings and your imagination. That's where pornography came from, I believe. Your imagination. Acting older. Terrible practice. Terrible. The inside story, whatever that means. Growing up male, growing up female, menstruation, more about menstruation.
It got 2 chapters about menstruation.
One is just menstruation and the other one's more about
more
it.
menstruation, like
right there in the table of content.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sexual intercourse, says it right there.
Mm-hmm.
So why not? Pregnancy, childbirth, heredity, what makes you you? Having sex without having a baby. I'll have to read that chapter.
Pull and pray, baby.
Making love without making mistakes.
Pull and pray, baby.
Are you ready for a baby? Good start. The puberty puzzle. A reading list, websites, and index. Which chapter would you like me to? Because there's questions. There's questions I had to ask you.
Oh, okay. Let's just go ahead and just open up to somewhere around the middle of that bad boy and let's go.
And I'll just read like one paragraph because
okay.
I mean, we're seasoned pros, you and I.
Right. Right.
We don't have to talk about. We don't have to. I mean, sometimes I wish that there was a young, impressionable mind that I could damage, but
right.
the way I took it just wasn't in my.
Yeah,
it wasn't in my card. It wasn't in my uterus. In my
card to ruin any young minds either.
It never. My uterus never received. Making sense of love and sex. Here we go. Martha's gonna read this one. Okay. Okay. When two people fall in love with each other, not that bitch down the street, that bitch.
Not talking about her.
Anyway.
Right.
When two people fall in love with each other, they want to be together a lot and want to share personal thoughts and feelings. They really care about each other's feelings, or so they say. In the beginning.
Book's already a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, so much. I'm glad I wear my shake stompers. Anyway, They both feel good about themselves most of the time they are together. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
It dwindles. I think
The more
that's
time
why
they spend together, the less that time goes down.
Love and sex are not the same thing. What? I thought that's what love was. Never mind. That's the next book. Love is a word that people use to mean many things. Oh, that people use to mean many things. We love our parents and we love our pets. We love our close friends. We love our grandparents. You might have even heard someone say, I love chocolate ice cream. I prefer the Ben and Jerry's pistachio, but that's just me.
I love ice cream. I don't know if I love chocolate ice cream, but I love ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, ice cream's good.
In each case, the feelings are a little different. In time, the excitement of falling in love may change to a deep feeling of love and trust for each other. Anyway, it's blah, 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 to, kissing. Here comes love, here comes marriage. To kids.
And there goes baby in the baby carriage, right? Okay.
To avoid problems. Oh, making love is sometimes the term people use for having intercourse or sex.
They don't just call it fuck.
It can call it fucking. Call it doing it.
Doing it.
Doing it. And if somebody says it, be like, get out of here, dummy.
We're doing it. We're busy doing it. Leave me alone. We're doing it.
If you can't do it, just don't do it.
If you can't do it, don't screw it.
Oh, making love is sometimes the term people use for having intercourse with sex. More about that later, though. But the fact is, love and sex don't always go together. I smell a whore. Many people love each other without having sex, and others have sex without love.
Wow, this is a children's book. Wow.
Yeah, some people have sex just for the physical pleasure they get from it or to please someone else. Others believe this is wrong.
Do you know that dolphins are the only other animal on the planet that have sex for fun?
I did not know.
They're that smart that they know that sex feels good. So they just, while they're swimming along, they'll just bump into each other and just do their little thing and just swim off. And doesn't have to be for making little dolphin babies. It can just be just because it feels good.
Does the boy dolphin have like an actual phallus? Like a
I don't know that much about it. That was the extent of my dolphin
I've seen
sex knowledge.
do it in swimming pools.
What was that? You broke up.
I said I've seen ducks do it in swimming pools.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a duck.
A duck.
Yeah, I've never seen a duck.
You can Google, you can YouTube it. But I saw it in real life.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's living right there.
Wrong or just feel sure they would not enjoy sex without love. I love Woody Allen, and I think what was it? Everything you've ever wanted to know about sex, but was too afraid to ask.
Never seen it.
Like, it's a great film. You should see it. Oh God, it's fucking.
Isn't that the one that he was making? Like he, like right after he finished it, he ended up hooking up with his stepdaughter.
No.
No.
I don't remember what year this one was, but it's like 4 or 5 different stories, and like one, it's like all from the POV of like the inside of a guy, from inside of a guy's eyeballs looking out.
Oh, okay.
And they can't figure out why, and they have like people in the crank area trying to crank up the wiener, and they have like in the dick area, there's like, they're all dressed like sperm.
This is a movie. This is a Woody Allen movie. You're serious.
No, it's called Everything You've Ever Wanted to Know About Sex but Was Too Afraid to Ask. And he's at his therapist's office, and his therapist asks him, do you find sex to be dirty? And he replies, well, only if I'm doing it right.
It depends.
Only if I'm doing it right.
Only if I'm doing it right.
About the paranormal activity in my dating. I've been getting ghosted a lot.
Right.
Well, I was on a date showing this guy that I was on a date with that podcast.
That episode? Okay.
That episode, and about, like, I've been getting ghosted a lot. And then he like laughed at it. This was, I want to say, last Friday.
Okay.
Or Saturday. Like, it was like last week sometime. And like 10 minutes after that joke, he's like, looks at his phone. He's like, it's a work call. Like, I got to take this work call.
Oh, no.
Right. He's here. We were going to barbecue. Like, we were going to barbecue and have some cocktails or whatever. We hadn't even gotten to the cocktails yet. I think I poured him part of my Lagunitas.
Mm.
Lots of and he's like, I got to take this. It's a work call. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I went back into the bedroom. I was like putting more makeup on, or maybe a little bit more or something. And I come back. He's like, I gotta go. I got
this work thing.
He's like, I'll be back. And I'm like, he's not gonna be back.
I'll be back. Don't you worry. You just.
He thought Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
And he so I knew he wasn't going to be back. So I was like, okay. And when you come back, like, do you want to stop at the store and pick up, I don't know, potato salad? He's like, do you want macaroni salad or do you want potato salad? I'm like, I kind of like both. I'm cool with either. Whatever you want. Potato salad or he's like, I'm going to get macaroni salad. Like, and
knowing the whole time you're not going to see this dude again.
And he had to the best part is he lives around the corner. I stole his wicker furniture when he put it out for garbage day. And so I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, the macaroni. Perfect. I love it. I love macaroni salad. So then, and he said, like, it was a work call. He had to go take care of something and he'd be back. He's like 30 minutes. I'm like, sure. Okay, cool. Yeah. Don't forget the macaroni salad, And then like an hour and a half went by. And then he sends me a text that says, I'm not going to be able to make it back. My son just went into surgery.
What? Work called. They said my son had to go into emergency surgery.
Yeah. So I just said, I hope he gets better. Good luck.
Good luck to you. Because I'm never going to fucking see you again, ever.
And then it was, well, and here's the thing too. It's such a cowardly, I don't even know if it's cowardly. It's just so low rent. So fuck that, to just be like, oh, I'll just send a text. How stupid.
But
it's
some bullshit story.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I love wait, what's that work? Oh, don't worry, work. I'll be there.
Are you a doctor?
Or I'm on my way. My kid just had to go into emergency surgery. It was work. They said I had to go in.
It was his first checkup.
Only I can perform this. Dr. Gay's not in. I'm going to have to go.
Like 45 minutes later, he sent me a text and said, thank you. Exclamation point. And so then I didn't even respond after that, but I haven't heard back from him. And I know he's home because when I drive past his house,
you can see him.
But he lives in the neighborhood down the street that I have to take to get to
literally too close to home.
But it was so funny that it was like 10 minutes after he heard the ghosting relation.
Right. He's like, wait, what?
I want to get in on this ghosting.
What's that work? I'll be right there.
I got to get in on the ghosting. Yeah. So I did comedy for the first time in, gosh, a long time. I want to say like a few months.
Yeah.
And
what was it? Was it like an open mic thing or?
Yeah, but it was mostly musicians, local.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
A lot of writing their own songs.
Nice.
A lot of writing their own songs about breakups and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of breaking up going on in the music business.
Yeah. Breaking up never hurt my record collection.
It was, I mean, it's kind of cool. Some of them were great.
Yeah.
But then others, like, it was like Courtney Love met.
What was the name of her band?
Hole.
That's right.
What is it?
How could I forget?
Yeah, you named your band Hole.
Yeah, how could I possibly forget?
Like whole as in one complete thing, but
right.
whole.
No, it's not W. It's H.
Yeah, it's H. And it's like their music would be like Courtney Love from Hole met like Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. and
they blended together to make not good music.
Like Nirvana. The Nervianic Hole. I don't know.
It sounds passionate.
It's touching, very touching.
Yeah, it sounds.
It touches the.
So how did it go, though? I mean,
I was the only comic.
Yeah.
They seemed scared that I was gonna get I wasn't gonna be funny or something. And
so how is that for you, being the only comic? Is that kind of nerve-wracking, or did that kind of, since you were the only comic, did that kind of?
You know what? I did get. I get really nervous until I get up on stage and I hear like my voice on the microphone, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had to do I had to get them. So I just walked up like I was walking the plank, to the gallows, just very morose and solemnly, slowly. And then I picked up the microphone very deliberately and kind of looked at it like I didn't understand if I should blow it or
what you should do with this thing. Jesus, Gabby.
Should I tell my opening joke though? I just love it.
Yes.
So I'm like, hi, I'm Gabby Gretel. I'm really nervous right now because it's not because it's my first open mic here at the old Ironsides. It's because it's been a long time. I can't even remember the last time I've been in a room with this many good-looking men. Relax, you guys. Don't let your ego fuck you over. I've been in Alaska for 12 years. The bar is already very low.
That bar's pretty low.
The bar is that
low. Don't get all strutty on me.
Don't go home and start acting all big and bad. She'll still slap you. Share on Nicolas Cage and Moonlight, and she'll say, "Snap out of it."
That's awesome that you got to do some stand-up, though.
I think I brought it down to I only did 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I'll up the ante maybe to 7 or 8 this tomorrow night.
Oh, so you're going to do it again?
Well, yeah, I'd do it a couple of times last week, but
nice.
But so at the end of the day, because they're like, oh, it's a comedian, getting a musical,
interrupting their sad music.
Yeah, my boyfriend break up again.
Trying to sing a sad song here, and you're trying to make everybody laugh.
I want to go up after somebody tomorrow who does a boyfriend or girlfriend breakup song and do the one where I talk about my ex. The first time I left to go get whiskey and some gas and came home and his truck was gone, and he had, in the 20 minutes I was gone, he packed all of his stuff and
packed all his shit and left
and moved out. I'm like, that's one hell of a ghosting.
That's some efficient ghosting right there.
I still let him come back. We still got back together.
Of course.
We'll have to talk about that one next week.
Right.
Too.
We'll dive into that one next week. Thank you
After
guys for listening. We really appreciate it. If you happen to be in the Sacramento area tomorrow and you're near the old Ironsides,
And
go on down and see Gabby Gretel get on stage and listen to some sad songs. What's that?
You're gonna have it up by tomorrow.
Yeah, I probably will. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Bring your boyfriends, girls, because I talk lots of shit about guys.
They'll love it.
Be relatable.
So yeah, I'll probably post this tomorrow. So if you're in Sacramento tonight,
do it because sign up is at 7:30. So I'm gonna get there by like 6:30, I think. Because
and
I
that'll
don't
be
want
on Wednesday. Go on by, get you some funny, listen to some sad songs.
Sad songs.
Some sad songs and some funny.
Sad songs say so much.
Thank you guys for listening. We really do appreciate it. Hope you get to go out and see Gabby's show. Hope you get to click subscribe. Don't forget to do that because we're shooting for our first 100 and we're almost halfway there. Almost. Sort of. Kind of. So thank you guys for listening. Again, please do click that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up before you go too. That also helps the show. Very much appreciated, you guys. Love you guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Pop Culture Periodical. PCP. It changed my